Shaitamrita Ki Ora Premanandi. Toute gloire nous dévotion.
Hare Krishna.
Jai Jai Shri Caitanya Jai Nityananda.
Jai Jai Shri Caitanya Jai Nityananda.
Jai Advaita Chandra Jai Gora Bhakta Vrinda.
Jai Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jai Jai Shri Caitanya Jai Nityananda.
Jai Jai Shri Caitanya Jai Nityananda.
Jai Advaita Chandra Jai Gora Bhakta Vrinda.
Jai Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Jai Jai Shri Caitanya Jai Nityananda.
Jai Jai Shri Caitanya Jai Nityananda.
Jai Advaita Chandra Jai Gora Bhakta Vrinda.
Jai Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
So we continue the reading of Sri Chaitanya Chaitamrita, Adi Lila, chapter 8. And it's called The Author Receives the Order of Krishna and Guru. And verse 15. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Daya Kara Vichara.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Daya Kara Vichara.
Vichara Karite Chitte Pabe Chamatkara.
Vichara Karite Chitte Pabe Chamatkara.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Daya Kara Vichara.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Daya Kara Vichara.
Vichara Karite Chitte Pabe Chamatkara.
Vichara Karite Chitte Pabe Chamatkara.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Daya Kara Vichara.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Daya Kara Vichara.
Vichara Karite Chitte Pabe Chamatkara.
Vichara Karite Chitte Pabe Chamatkara. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Daya Kara Vichara.
Shri Krishna
Chaitanya Daya Kara Vichara.
Vichara Karite Chitte Pabe Chamatkar.
Vichara Karite Chitte Pabe Chamatkara. Tarshi.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Daya Karo Vichara.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Daya Kara Vichara.
Vichara Karite Chitte Pabe Chamatkar.
Vichara Karite Chitte Pabe Chamatkar.
Someone else? You want?
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Daya Kara Vichara.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Daya Kara Vichara. Vichara Karite Chitte Pabe Chamatkar.
The Bengali is so beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm not good for chanting, but it's very beautiful.
Yes.
So translation word for word. Shri Krishna Chaitanya,
Shri Krishna Chaitanya.
Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Lord Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Daya
Daya
is mercy.
is mercy.
Karaha,
Karaha.
just put into.
Just put into.
Vichara,
Vichara.
consideration.
Consideration.
Vichara,
Vichara.
when such consideration.
In such consideration,
Karire
Karite
will be done by you.
will be done by you.
Chitte
Chitte
in your heart.
in your heart.
Pabe
Bhave
you will get.
you will get.
Chamatkara,
Chamatkara.
striking wonder.
Striking wonder.
What means striking?
Striking.
Éclatant.
Voilà. Où
Ok.
la foudre, elle frappe.
Ok.
Voilà.
Immédiat ou frappe.
Striking, on dit aussi quand on parle de la foudre.
Ok, là,
Donc,
quand la
c'est
foudre.
frappant.
Ok, frappant. So translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai.
Jai.
There's quite a long purport. If you are indeed interested in logic and argument, kindly apply it to the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. If you do so, you will find it to be strikingly wonderful. Purport. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur comments in this connection that people in general, in their narrow-minded conception of life, create many different types of humanitarian activities. But the humanitarian activities inaugurated by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are different. For logicians who want to accept only that which is proven through logic and argument, it is a fact that without logic and reason, then there can be no question of accepting the absolute truth. Unfortunately, when such logicians can take to this path without the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they remain on the platform of logic and argument and do not advance in spiritual life. However, if one is intelligent enough to apply his argument and logic to the subtle understanding of the fundamental spiritual substance, he will be able to know that a poor form of knowledge established on the basis of material logic cannot help one understand the absolute truth, which is beyond the reach of imperfect senses. The Mahabharata therefore says, Achintya kalu ye bhava natam talkena yojayet. How can that which is beyond the imagination or sensory speculation of mundane creature be approached simply by logic? Logic and argument are very poor in spiritual strength and always imperfect when applied to spiritual understanding. By putting forward mundane logic, one frequently comes to the wrong conclusion regarding the absolute truth, and as a result of such a conclusion, one may fall down to accept a body like that of a jackal. Okay, so if we are mundane speculator, we become a jackal in next slide. Good to know. Despite all this, those who are actually inquisitive to understand the philosophy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu through logic and argument are welcome. Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami addressed them, please put Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mercy to your crucial test, and if you are actually a logician, you will come to the right conclusion that there is no personality more merciful than Lord Caitanya. Let the logician compare all the results of other humanitarian work with the merciful activity of Lord Caitanya. If their judgment is impartial, they will understand that no other humanitarian activities can surpass those of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Everyone is engaged in humanitarian activities on the basis of the body, but from the Bhagavad Gita, we understand Antavanta imedeha nitya syota sharirina. The material body is ultimately subject to destruction, where the spiritual soul is eternal. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu philanthropic activities are performed in connection with the eternal soul. However one tries to benefit the body, it will be destroyed, and one will have to accept another body according to his present activities. If one does not, therefore, understand this science of transmigration, but considers the body to be all in all, his intelligence is not very advanced. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, without neglecting the necessity of the body, imparted spiritual advancement to purify the existential condition of humanity. Therefore, if a logician make his judgment impartially, he will surely find that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Mahavadanyaya Avatar, the most magnanimous incarnation. He is even more magnanimous than Lord Krishna himself. Lord Krishna demanded that one surrender unto him, but he did not distribute love of God as magnanimously as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Therefore, Srila Rupa Goswami offered Lord Chaitanya his respectful obeisance with the words Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Goradvishe Namaha. Lord Krishna simply gave the Bhagavad Gita, by which one can understand Lord Krishna as he is. But Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is also Krishna himself, gave people love of Krishna without discrimination. Om Agyanatimirandasya Gyananjana Sharakaya Chakshunmitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Svayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Svapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishavamsha Shri Rupam Saglajatam Sagana Ragunatam Tam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gorangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vansha Karpatarubhyacha Kriva Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namaham Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Sarasate Deve Gauravani Prashadine Nivishesha Shunyavadi Pashkatya Deshataline Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Shri Krishna Chaitanya Daya Karala Vichara
Shri Krishna
Vichara Karite Chite Pabe Shamatkara. Translation. If you are indeed interested in logic and argument, kindly apply it to the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. If you do so, you will find it to be strikingly wonderful. What a strikingly wonderful verse. This is amazing. This is what is beautiful in Krishna consciousness. You don't have to give up anything. You just have to apply anything to the service of the Lord. And it's not Krishna saying, or Krishna Das Kaviraj in this verse who say, just become vegetables and don't try to understand Lord. No, he said, use your intelligence, use your mind, use your body, use everything for the Lord. Jai Shri Shri Nitai Sai Sutta Ki Jai Shri Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Ki Shri Shri Radha Parishvara Ki Jai. Ola Pranam.
Very good. Very good.
So this is the beauty of Krishna consciousness. Everything has to be used in Krishna consciousness. Everything has to be used in the service of the Lord. If we got intelligence, it's not ours actually. So why we try to steal this intelligence to gratify our sense? We should just use to serve who gave us this intelligence. And this intelligence is given by the Lord, so it has to be used in service of the Lord. We should not try to steal our intelligence for gratifying our senses. Today, scientists try to improve our material condition by using their intelligence to find new way to gratify the senses. And look, there is no limit in this creation to find new solution to gratify the senses. But this will come at the end, because the body will stop, and all these plans we do for gratifying our senses through the body, through the family, through everything around us, it will all finish at one point. And Krishna say in Bhagavad Gita, Neha Bikrama Nachusti Patya Vayo Navidyate Svalpama Piyasyat Prayate Mahato Yat Bhayat, that anything you do in this path of Krishna consciousness, it saves you from the biggest fear, the biggest problem in life. But whatever you get in this material life, you will all lose. So you can make many plans to secure this body. You can pay millions of dollars for paying assurance because you are worried to lose your car. But this car, you can go out and it can be a scratch in a strangely moment. Just one instant and everything is broken. So we have to use this intelligence just to understand this. I mean, we don't have to be a very high student, high intelligence person to see that everything in this material world will be finished. And so there is no mean to put much effort and endeavor in this way, because everything will be finished. So everything will become attached, will make us suffering, and we always want to enjoy it more. Ye sampashaja boga doka yonaya evate adi antavanta kunteya nate shuramate Buddha. Krishna is saying that all this material pleasure, they have a beginning and an end. And because there is an end, there is a frustration. So I don't come from a Vaishnava family, I don't come from a very pious background, but when I read Bhagavad Gita, everything makes sense. And my intelligence was stolen by Krishna. I mean, Krishna explains so nicely, and everyone who is a little bit sincere will understand this message, and if he tries to apply in his life, will realize, will get some happiness, and this transcendental happiness, not just gratification of the senses. And Lord Caitanya, so he came to give this to everyone, to all this Jagai and Madai that we are, because we are born, we made all the 4 sinful activities in our life, at least I speak for me, and I'm not qualified to get the mercy of Krishna. I'm not qualified to get to Bhava or to love of God. But Krishna gave it freely, just chant the name of Krishna. And better than a class on this verse, I think, the best, it was the Harinam of yesterday. You don't have to read hours and hours. And Maharaj Janta Goswami is really like this. He said always, why all this Bhakti Shastri? Why all this Bhakti Vaibhav, Bhakti Siddhanta, Bhakti, all this? It's very good, yeah, to use our intelligence if we cannot surrender to the Lord. Good. Try to understand the Lord. But if you just want to realize, just go in Harinam. You don't have to pass hours to read. You go out and you see how people are stirred by the love of God when they see the Harinam. I met one Muslim yesterday, very nice. I spoke very long time with. I spoke to Amala Bhakti about this. We spoke very long time with him. Actually, he is a very sincere Muslim, very strong faith, we can see. And when he passed in front of the Harinam, he was strangely wonderful. He saw it like a strangely wonderful event. He could hear the sound, and he was amazed by the effect on his face, the effect on his heart and his consciousness. And I started to speak with him, and I saw that he was a very sensible person. So I didn't start to speak philosophy. I just said to him, I asked him, do you feel this beautiful music? I just asked him this. He said, oh yeah, it's so wonderful. What is this? So I said, it's just a mantra you can hear. And I said, you want to really see the effect of this? I say, okay, we take 2 minutes, we stay like this, we just listen the mantra. And we stand and we listen the Harinam like this. And after 2 minutes, I say, so what happened? And he said, I feel so peaceful, I feel so happy. And I feel it's enlightening my consciousness. So this is how Lord Caitanya is walking. He just hear the holy name, and if you have faith, it will awake this love of God. And he was taken by this love of God. And after we spoke during some times, and so I asked him what religion he was following, and he said me, I'm Muslim, but I cannot see any sincere Muslim around me. He said me, they are all bowing down in front of Allah, but in their heart they are not bowing down. It's just false. They are just bowing down because they are fear of God. But they don't have love. They don't want to give their life to God. They just fear that if they do sinful activities, they will be punished. So they bow down in front of the Lord. But it's not sincere. This is not what the Lord waits for us. He's not waiting that we are afraid of Him because we do sinful activities. Prabhupada and Lord Caitanya came to help us to stop sinful activities. Come to Bhakti, to love of God, this higher test, in which you are not attracted anymore for sinful activities. So I said to him, yes, this is the fact. What we are sharing is not a religion. Or it is a religion if you take the real meaning of religion. So I asked him, do you know what means religion? Yeah, it's some books of law, and I say no. Religion, it means really to connect with God. It's come from Latin. It's religai. It means connected. So I said it's the same than yoga. What we are doing is bhakti yoga. Is connect with God, not by fear, but by bhakti. And this is why you feel attracted. And this is why you have to stay a Muslim. Islam means surrendering to God. So keep Muslim, keep to follow Islam. But just listen Hare Krishna, listen this mantra. And you will see that you can stop sinful activity. You will not be afraid anymore. You can, at the beginning, we have to have a little fear, it is said. Prabhupada, Bhaktisiddhanta, they explain this, Bhaktivedanta Thakur also. He explained at the beginning you have to be afraid of Maya. Because if you are not afraid of Maya, you will fall in the trap of Maya. So it's good to have a little fear. And this fear brings you to some humility. And this humility and tolerance in life can bring you to have some taste for the name of God, the pastime of God. So we need a little fear because we are so stupid in this material world. So we have at least have a little fear of this Maya. This is why this Maya is with all these weapons, like we say in the purport of Srimad Bhagavatam. This is very fearful because in this material life, everything is fearful. There is only fear. You think that you will enjoy, but any enjoyment is followed by fear. Because sense gratification is sinful activities, so result of sinful activities is pain, is some problem in life. So Lord Caitanya, he didn't came to make us afraid. He didn't came to say, do this, do that, do. He came to give us. This is why Rupa Goswami, when he was in Benares, he glorifies the Lord like this. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Padayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Goradvishe Namaha. This is exactly what is this Yuga avatar, this avatar for this age of Kali. He came to give us love, to give us mercy. But in France, we are saying no mercy, no mercy. Amal Bhakti was saying me today this. I try to distribute them books and they say no mercy, no mercy. Actually, they are very sincere. They say, I don't want mercy, I don't want mercy. So they are not lying. They're saying what they think. But we should, even if they don't want, we have to push the mercy in their ear. Even if they don't want, they hear the holy name and they are, for their point of view, they are contaminated by love of God. From our point of view, they get mercy of love of God. And they think it's contamination because they want to continue to enjoy in this material world, and they always fall in this trap of Maya. So the devotee, they are following in the footsteps of Lord Caitanya. So we have to develop this mood in our life, and this is how we have to get association from this advanced Vaishnava, this disciple of Prabhupada, like he was saying yesterday. To get the association, it helps us to understand the mood of Lord Caitanya, the mood of Srila Prabhupada. We can get by the association with this devotee. And we can see how this disciple of Prabhupada, they are not so much to correct us or to, they are more here to encourage us. And Lord, Janda Goswami is really like this, always try to encourage. And you do a mistake, he said, no problem, continue to chant, this mistake will go away, don't worry. So there is no mistake. If we chant, any mistake were made when we chant, they are automatically effaced. There is no consequence because the goal is to always chant the holy name of the Lord. And we can see this also by reading the Srimad Bhagavatam. In Srimad Bhagavatam, one question of the sage, it was, what is the most how we say in English, l'œuvre la plus magnanime, magnanimous, we say like magnanimous, sorry. So what is the most magnanimous activity for the welfare of all living entities? This is the question you ask. This is the question we should ask ourselves. We got some mercy from Lord Caitanya. Now our goal is not just to relish and enjoy this mercy, but is to understand how to continue to get and to share. If you don't share, you lose. So this is why Prabhupada and all the Vaishnavas, they are so much in this idea that we have to share this. We have to give what we receive. If we don't give, we are a thief. We are stealing, but we have to give. There is no. This is what Lord Caitanya came to do. He showed us this abhideya, this process to get love of God by doing himself. This image is so beautiful. We see how Lord Caitanya is in ecstatic love by sharing love of God with people. We see on this picture everywhere Lord Caitanya raising the hands and always trying to give love of God. This is what he gave to us. This is our abhideya, to get and to give. And so when the sage asked to Sutta Goswami, what is the most magnanimous welfare activities? So he answered with this verse who say, Savai Bumsa Paro Dharma Yato Bhakti Hadok Chaje Aituki Abratyata Yayatma Suprasidati. So this verse is describing what is the most magnanimous activity. And the most magnanimous activity, it is said in this verse, is the activity we will awake your love of God, your devotion and your love of God. And this activity, for fully satisfying the self, that you feel full satisfaction, you have to be uninterested and uninterrupted. This is what we are working on in this material world. We can understand the philosophy. Now we have to use our brain to understand the scripture and to develop this Aituki Apratyata. And more we will develop this Aituki Apratyata, more we will become Yayatma Suprasidati, more we will become fully satisfied in our devotional service. If at any point in our spiritual life we have some unsatisfaction, it means there is no this Aituki Apratyata. I'm not saying, the Sutta Goswami is saying. And Sutta Goswami is, he has the power of the Paramatma, it is said, the Acharya say. So he knows what is happening in our heart. He has this knowledge of everything happening in our heart. And if he's saying us this Aituki Apratyata, is because he wants our welfare, he wants our good, he wants that we use our intelligence, body and mind for the service of the Lord by fully surrendering without any interest and constantly in the service of the Lord. So this is what Lord Caitanya came to give, and this is why he is calling the Srimad Bhagavatam the Amala Purana. The Purana without any thought is the pure, like Amala Bhakti, the pure Bhakti. We have the Amala Purana. So Amala Bhakti should swim in the Amala Purana. This is what we are meant to do. So all our efforts should be to engage all our intellect, all our mind, all our body in studying Srimad Bhagavatam, in sharing the message of Srimad Bhagavatam. This is what Srila Prabhupada came to do. And this is, we see, it works. Because so many people who don't know anything about Krishna became pure devotee. So it works. And there is another verse later in the instruction of Narada Muni to Vyasadeva, where it is said that this literature, where there is word who glorify the activity, the name of God, they are purifying the free world. And whoever put his attention to listen it, he will have a revolution in his heart. And this revolution is what we see happening with the mercy of Lord Caitanya. So yesterday, just to finish, we had a really nice Harinam. Many people danced with us. It was so cold, so it was good. By dancing, we was not cold anymore. We distribute books. There is one homeless who came to me. He already have all the books, but he came to get more books and he gave money. He's a good friend of Ekanath. He always come to us when he here. And he asked for some cookbook, but I didn't have when he came. And he asked for cookies for Prashadam also, but we didn't have. But this is what we should do Harinam, share Prashadam, share books, share cookbooks, and all Paris will become a devotee of Krishna. We can see they are already, dancing with us, enjoying. One student in music, he came, and so I spoke with him and said, I'm doing organ. How will you say this? How we say piano in English? Piano?
Piano.
Okay, he's studying piano. So I was thinking, best we can engage him in the service of the holy name. So I asked to Patita Pavan, can he play harmonium? He is a student, he is really, probably he know how to play. So he was a little bit hesitating because we don't give usually the instrument because he's Balaram. We don't give to anyone like this. But say, okay, you can try. And he tried, and he could follow the devotee singing, and he started to play, and he enjoyed so much to play. You saw he was playing harmonium at the end, and he started his service, his devotional service. First he started by dancing, after he was playing instrument, and after he was so thankful to us. So his bhakti started yesterday. We started this devotional service by the mercy of Lord Caitanya. So this is the mercy of Lord Gauranga and from Krishna Das Kaviraj who teach us to engage our intellect, our mind, our tongue in the service of the Lord. Jivan Mukhe Ijivado started by the tongue. So we have to take Prashadam and glorify the Lord. This is our process, Abhideya. So maybe I can stop here and we can share some realization or some question. It was less strong than the verse of yesterday. This one was more sweet.
Yes, very sweet. Also last night, which was very beautiful, one little boy started dancing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He was so small, and he started jumping too. I don't know.
Something is a guy already standing.
And then everybody was like protecting him and dancing with him. It was very sweet.
And he danced during so long.
Yes.
He could not stop.
Yeah.
He stopped during just 1 minute, and after he started again to jump. He could not stop. He was just we could see that you don't have to understand, because at this age, what you understand, this is with the heart, it's not from the brain. He could not understand, but he was jumping like so this show that is not also imposition of the mind and the intellect, is not a sectarian movement. We can see with a small boy like this. Yeah, I mean, this is scientific. This anyone who start to say that we are a sect, or we are imposition, or a dogmatic movement, we can show them this, and how this is dogmatic, is feeling ecstatic symptoms without understanding anything. And we see so many, this actually the most receptive to the holy name are the young, usually. I saw so many times, and they don't want to stop. I saw even some small children like this dancing. On Thursday, when I was also doing the Harinam, there was one small, and every time the mother was trying to take him, he was starting to cry. So you have Vipralamba symptom. Separation from the holy name. He could not stop. He didn't want to stop. He could feel this Aituki Apratyata non-stop. Non-stop. I don't want to stop. He was crying every time we was taking. What was so nice yesterday is that this young boy, the parents or the person who was caring for him was really receptive, and they encouraged him to stay. So when he was stopping, they was taking him on the shoulder, dancing with him. After we was turning around him, he was the center, and he was jumping like this, and we was all dancing around him. But I think this is samskar for him very strong. When you get this will keep mark for all his life. Be nice to see him 10 years later, to see what will happen for him. Okay, if there is no other comment or question, we can stop here and try to apply this teaching in our life by engaging our intellect in the service of Lord Caitanya, and trying to serve him by this process of Harinam Sankirtan. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai, Krishna Das Kaviraj ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
His grace the Unlimited.
Jai Srila Prabhupada.